didn't notice. I was still setting the scene. Hello. So I hope that you had a great, amazing, and wonderful Christmas or whatever you wanted to celebrate in the past few days. For me, is exactly the same. So um, just let me have a look at my phone to see if I'm actually live, because you know that sometimes things are weird. And yeah, I am live. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy. So today we are going to talk about something that is absolutely the best three things you should do that we can call power moves in order to leverage on everything that has been your 2023 in order to gain even more power and even more success and begin 2024 with this abundance of strength that propels your business forward. I think that this is thrilling. This is really, really, really amazing. So by time to time, I will have a look at my phone because I do not see the comment here on my screen, and so I absolutely want to make sure that if someone is there and is doing something or is joining or asking questions, here we are. I can answer them. So. Okay, so today is all about those three power moves to unleash your business potential before 2023 ends. Of course, this is something that applies to 2023, and of course, it will apply to any other year you might be listening to or watching this video. So, as usual, I am talking to my small business owners, those who are coaches, consultants, and service ninjas, because that's the audience that I work with the most. And what I was thinking about just before going live. Was that I really wanted to share with you something that is a game changer, okay? Because I have noticed so many times, even when I work with my clients one-on-one or in group sessions, that as soon as we start the new session, we want to dive in immediately in what we have in what we are looking forward, and we also forget about the present moment, and those two behaviors that really do not create the best environment for anything to grow, because if you want to grow, if you want to build a construction, you do not start from the roof and then you go down through the walls and then you do the fundamentals, the bases. What you do is you start from the bases and you start to put brick after brick or pillar after pillar, whatever the way you are building the construction is. And then you can build the whole building from what came before. And I don't know why, this is something that I tended to do as well. And it's something that probably belongs to human beings, but we want to, with the rush that we always have and the pressure that we always have from what everything that comes from the outside, we really want to be able to find I would say, little poles where we can dive into and reflect and take a little bit of time. A little bit of time could just be 5 minutes. It could just be 5 minutes. There is something that I was sharing a few days ago. It was probably 3 days ago, probably 15 days ago, with the ladies who are in my group program, 6 month group program, and Six Figures Made Easy. And we were talking about something that is very similar to what we are talking about here. And I was telling that every Saturday night, I'm not really happy to go out, especially when everybody goes out. So I avoid to go out on Fridays and on Saturdays. I have, I mean, other 5 days during the week. I do not have a 9 to 5, so I can really do whatever I want with my time. So I prefer to being also a little bit shy, a little bit social, awkward person. I prefer to go out when nobody's around or very few people are around. So on Saturday night, I am at home. And usually I watch something on Netflix or other kind of pay TV like that. And before doing that, I just take 5 minutes of my time and I ask myself very, very precise questions. Okay. And then I will tell you what I'm asking myself. I will post this, and I will do a short post about this, because I think that it is very, very important to share about that with everyone. And this is something that I do every week. So I would say that I come prepared to the end of the year, because I have done the same thing that I am proposing you here every week. So I do not get at the end of December that I have no idea where my, for instance, 2023 has gone. No, it's not like that. I know precisely what happened, when it happened, the numbers, what worked, what didn't. So all those information, this information is so important that I wholeheartedly suggest you do the same every week. But if you haven't done that, at least do this now before we jump into 2024. So before we jump into the new year. Okay. And this is for a very powerful reason. This is for a very impactful reason. This is for a very profitable reason. This is for a reason that really puts your business in a position to receive this huge power from everything that happened during the year, throughout the year that is closing down. And those three things are game changing. So the first one is to leverage your learning. The second one is to magnify results. The third one is to make, to choose your growth path with intention and with strategy, not just with intention, also with strategy. Okay, so let's go back to the first one. So the first one is to leverage your learning. Do you ever reflect on the lessons, on the insights that you have gained throughout the year? Do you ever consider, do you keep something written that maps down, that kind of a log where you can map down your mistakes, your wins, small wins, huge wins, um, moments of confusion where nobody seemed to work, or where you couldn't really, grasp the next step. So that's, for instance, something that is so important to do now that the year is almost is wrapping up and almost um, closing down. And then, for instance, I want to give you some little, examples of what could have happened that you might not have paid attention, and that might be the right time now to do that. So another thing is that yeah, you certainly had challenges, you certainly had triumphs, you certainly stumbled in opportunities, or you stumbled on something that you were not expecting, and it took a moment to figure out what it was and what you could do with it. So this is so interesting. So I mean, there are so many quotes that are that everyone says that they are from Albert Einstein, and actually, it looks like that the one that I am about to quote to share uh, is actually from him. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we will never know. And he once said, "You never fail until you stop trying." So, you know, this is something interesting, something fun to keep in mind. So I will tell you that every mistake, every experience, every opportunity, every challenge, every triumph, everything is really a learning opportunity. So I want you to take, it would be better a piece of paper, or maybe a journal, and just use a page to write down at least 50 things that happened during 2023. And 50 are a very small number, because I'm sure that at least every day three of them happened. So just 50 things that happened, small, big, I don't mind, absolutely, that have been learning opportunities for you. Whether you have considered them learning opportunity back then when they happened, or not, I'm not interested. I want you now to write them down. It could just be, you do not have to write the whole story. It could just be a day, a date. It could just be a name. It could just be a couple of keywords that really means something to you, because at the end of the day, they just need to mean something to you. I mean, there is no one else that should be interested in what you are mapping down. And mapping out. And yeah, so this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do, to write them down, at least 50. Reflect on the lessons and the insights you have gained throughout your 2023. What worked? What stopped you? What made you feel in a crisis? What made you feel in hype, super excited? What what was totally unexpected? So I just want you to write down 50 of these situations, opportunities, things that happened. And once you have written down 50, and it's very easy. So the first three will probably be, the first five will probably be the most tricky, but then you will flow, because when you write the first down, then you will ask yourself, and then what else? And then you write down the second one, and then you ask yourself, and then what else? And then you write down the third one, and then you ask yourself, and then what happened? And it doesn't have to be in chronological order. It can be really messy. It can be, random. It's not important. What is important is then when you have mapped out 50 of the lessons and the insights and the things that happened in your 2023, you then give them just a very quick thought, an intentional thought, and you ask yourself, what is one word that that tells me, that will help me remember the lesson that I have learned here, okay? And then once you have finished, you go through them again, from the first to the last, and you read out loud the first one and you say thank you. And then you read out loud the second one and then you say thank you. And then blah 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 until the fifth one, or even more if you want. Usually when I do that at the end of the year, I probably write down 200 or 300 stuff. I usually start a couple of days, usually start on the 29th of December, and I keep going till the 31st. And so I keep writing down, and then I do the process that I have just told you. So I just give one intentional thought to the first one, and I open myself up to receive a word in order to remind this as a lesson, to remember this as a lesson, to remind myself that this is a lesson. And then the last thing that I do, the third thing, so write down, reflect, and get the lesson. And the third one is to say thank you. Okay, I read it out loud and I say thank you, nothing else, and then I go to the third one, to the following one. So this is a very quick exercise, very nice. It will empower you so much. It will give you so much joy, so much peace once you have done this, that you will literally experience what it means to get back your energy from all the stuff that you have, you have done, you have thought about, you have given, you have received, you have forgotten, you have acknowledged all the things, everything that happened in that moment will give you back the power that you have utilized in order to create that thing that happened. And so you will feel so powerful, so powerful. This is how you leverage on your learning, okay? So let's have a second, to digest this. Let's breathe in and then let's breathe out. Okay, that was gorgeous and powerful. Then the second thing is to magnify the results. Okay, so what do I mean with magnify the results? I mean that this is a second part of this. It's the second of those three powerful moves. And this means that among all the things that you have mapped out, underline those that really went well. They could have been your own choices that developed. It could have been projects that you have done for a client. It could have been something that you received that you were expecting or not. It could really be everything, a product that you have launched. It could be a person that you have hired. It could be a person that you have fired. It could be a partnership that you have created with someone else. It could be literally everything. So you underline the things that went well, let's say the successful things that happened, or also the initiatives that you put in place and that went well. You underline them, and then you double down on them. So you ask yourself, okay, so is this something that will come with me in the next year? Because there are things that really worked on a specific time for different reasons. But as the days go on, you change. You become a different person. Your business changes. Your business becomes something different. And so it might be that you do not find yourself comfortable in doing that thing that went so well another time. So, okay, if that's the case, you just leave it there because you have already thanked it and so on and so forth with the previous exercise. So you do the second one. And when you do the second one, you can leave it there, or you can take it and you can write it on another piece of paper with 2024. You write 2024 at the beginning of the paper, and then you write down this thing that went well and that you wanted to keep with you in 2024. It might be that you will tweak it. It might be that it will be something slightly different. It might be that it will be something that it just needs to be developed because you just throw the seeds, but they haven't grown yet. So yeah, it could be anything that you wanted to bring with you in 2024. So it could be also one of the lessons that you have learned about the things that really didn't work in 2024, in 2023. Okay. So this is how you amplify your success. This is how you magnify your results. Okay. So it could be that you launched a program that became a bestseller, okay, and you want to keep having it. It might be that there is a program that you want to retire, and so you want to take this program and put it on the 2024 sheet, and maybe, I don't know, circle it and remind yourself that this is something that will come to you in 2024 to be retired, So, because for instance, if you have, maybe if you have had a discussion with someone during 2023 and your ways went in a different direction, this could be something related to work, or it could be something related to your personal or family life, and you feel that this cycle is already closed. There is no need to bring that in 2024. Absolutely. I mean, let's make room for new people, for new experiences, for new opportunities, for new things to happen, okay, and to make them part of our life. So I just keep looking at here. Okay, there are no comments so far. And yeah, so this is your golden ticket. So amplifying what worked is your golden ticket to accelerate growth and increase profitability. Okay, and I hope this makes sense. And also here, I have another quote. I have in mind another quote. You probably know that I am also an investor, so I really like a lot of the things that Warren Buffett did, or did. And there is one quote that I really like to remind myself by time to time. So he says, let me think if I can remember it. So the most important investment you can make is in yourself. Yeah, it should be exactly like that. So the most important investment you can make is in yourself. You know, I mean, this is absolutely awesome. This is absolutely awesome. So, you have been the main character of your 2023. So, see what worked, of what you have done, of what you have created, what you have said yes or no to. And that has been the investment that you have done in yourself, and choose if you want to bring it in your 2024 to accelerate your business growth. Okay, it could be strategies, it could be literally anything, platform that you use, everything. Okay. So the third thing that I really want to bring your attention to are the is that I want you to choose your growth path for 2024. I want you to be intentional. So if you haven't done this work that I am suggesting here, so the number one, the number two, and then the number three in the past years, because you didn't know it existed, I want you to keep doing this. If it works for you, I want you to keep doing this for also the following years that will come. So choose your growth path with intention. Be intentional. Okay, I absolutely know that there are a lot, not probably not a lot, but some people who some service-based entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, who might not have been in the entrepreneurial or business ownership space, because they might come from the 9 to 5, and so they might not be used to do a balance of what happened, and to create a plan for what will come. They might think that just big, huge corporations do that. That's absolutely not true. Since I have started doing this, all my businesses, because I have more than one, absolutely grew year after year, absolutely. So, and sometimes the growth has been really huge. Okay, so here what I want to tell you is that I think, I mean, this year we grew, let me think, of kind of a 20%. So it's good. I am really, really proud of the work that we have done. Yeah, yeah. So this is kind of amazing. So and but it doesn't. I remember the last year I was working with an entrepreneur. His business is already $1 million business, and he has a small team. And when we started working together at the very beginning of 2022, he told me, my only goal for 2022 in terms of growth is to grow at least of €1. I'm not interested in huge growth. I'm not interested in planning who knows what out. I'm not interested in any kind of number, just this one. I want to make sure that everything I do, every choice I make, at the end of the year will make me grow at least €1 in respect of 2021. And he grew of 10%. And of course, he was over the moon. And he also opened other, companies. I mean, not company, offices of the same company that he has in Italy. This is an Italian client, and yeah, he was, super super happy. Anyhow, so we were talking about being intentional, okay? So, and to choose your growth path, okay? So what does this mean? Um, did you do you think that what happened in 2023 has been in alignment with who you are? Does the success that you have had in 2023 resonate with the kind of lifestyle or with the kind of idea of what your life or your business or your, family life should look like, or not? Because you might have been successful maybe on the financial level. You might have been successful on the family level. You might have been successful on the energy level. You might have been successful on the health level, but at the same time, you might not have been fully successful. That is what I call, you might not have been completely fulfilled. Okay, so it could have been that there has that you had a little bit too much of something, and in doing that you had to disregard something else that needed to have more of your attention, in order to have a more balanced situation at the end of the year. And so have you done that because you just thought that that was something good to do, uh, or you planned that ahead of time, or you just you just saw what the universe or God or whomever you think is something bigger than you and bigger than all of us was throwing at you, and just saying yes or no, according to which foot you put on the floor first in the morning. I don't know, or did you plan? Because I strongly suggest you that you identify, now that you have mapped everything out, now that you have chosen what you wanted to bring with you in 2024, have a look at them. Have a look and see what kind of strategy, what kind of intentional moves you can plan out in 2023, in 2024, in order to gain even more fulfillment, even more success, even more amplification of your business. So, are there areas that you wanted to adjust? Are there things that you have done in a certain way and you wanted to slightly tweak them? Because sometimes even the small tweak that is very intentional can create a huge wave of ripple effect that impacts in a huge way your results for the best. So you just need to give some thoughts to that. And again, this is kind of an exercise that I would not do just in one day. If you want to do all of it in one day because you have this clarity already, or because you easily focus on things, that's perfectly fine. I do not. I'm not like that. I know, absolutely. I have to let things settle down a little bit So usually I do the first and the second step, the first and the second move before, as I was saying, between the 29th and 31st. And then on the 1st of the year, but before the 3rd of January, for sure, I map out everything that will come in 2024. In this case, anyhow, in the year that is following. But with the with reminding myself that things can happen, life happens, that I might find better ways to do things than those that I have in mind right now, because I might not know them yet. Uh, Someone can enter my business space and I have no idea yet, and so things can change. So when I plan with an open mind. But for instance, if you wanted to talk to summits, if you wanted to talk to in podcasts, if you want to do certain kind of things that do not just depends on you, it's absolutely important that you plan everything ahead, because you need also to connect with people or to do strategic actions that might involve other people's or other situations or other businesses. So this is what I want to tell you regarding choosing your growth path with intentionality. And and here there is another quote. This quote is from Tony Robbins, and if I do not mistake, it says kind of, it's not what you do once in a while that shapes your life, but it's what you do consistently. Okay, so if you keep being consistent in applying this kind of mindset that um, take you to that brings you that takes you to take those actions that I just mentioned, those three powerful moves, then you will absolutely create the life that you dream. Otherwise, you will be just, surfing the next wave, and then when there is no wind blowing and there are no waves, what do? You are there staring at the void and not knowing what your next step could be. Okay, so those were my three powerful moves, or power moves, in order to make your 2024 something unforgettable, for all the gifts and the joy and the fulfillment that it will bring you. And so basically, just to wrap this up, by combining the self reflection of what happened, anything, not just the good stuff, but everything. Okay, so strategic reflection, then underline and move on a different paper things that you want to keep in 2024 in order to amplify your success, and then making growth, intentional growth focused choices. These, if you do that, I can absolutely promise you that your 2024 will be not just successful, but it will be immensely fun. Okay? And at the end of the day, for me, this is one of the most important things. I do not just want to have thriving businesses. I want my businesses being fun for me and for other people who work with me in the businesses or on the businesses. So I will see you in the next year in 2024. It has been a pleasure to have you among all the beautiful people that are in my network, whether you are part of my LinkedIn, whether you are part of my YouTube channel, whether you are part of my Wealthier Women Entrepreneur communities. That is not yet at 1 year. Is not yet 1 year old, but is almost there. And we are very, very close to 7,000 people. Such a joy. So I thank you so much for also for being on my email list. If you are part of my email list, if not, please come, because there are so many stuff that you can learn from for free, and so many opportunities that you can grab. Thank you so much also for watching this video, and I will see you in a few days in the new year, and we will start as usual with the best of 2023 that we will taken with us, and with a lot of empowerment and power, and a lot of energy. Yes, I want you to smash it, to crush it, to be your best year ever so far. So, thank you so much. Wish you a wonderful end and a magnificent beginning of 2024. Ciao.